Apologies for taking so long. We currently stand in front of the dimensional gate at the edge of town. From a quick glance, all the townspeople appear to have gathered here. Beyond this gate lies the next world in our journey. Shugide wasn't able to come, so we're here to help with the ceremony in his stead. Thank you. A townsperson wearing an old man mask and holding a paper lantern steps forward as a representative to welcome us. Of course, it's my pleasure to act as the ferryman for this year's ceremony. I give a curt bow and extend out the letter I'd received. You greatly helped us when the fiend attacked, so I know we can count on you to successfully deliver her soul. Well, listen, alright. The roles are different, right? I fought off a fiend. I did not... I'm good at fighting, you know. The spirit behind the mask slides the letter in his sleeve. I can't help but wonder if he's disappointed that I was the one to come instead of Shugide. Or perhaps he truly is relieved and believes I'm equally capable. I can't tell which it is. The latter one. The second one. That mask hides whatever expression he's making underneath it. Please deliver Haku's soul safely to God. What? He's been chosen as this year's sacrifice. Of course she has. I look at the crowd of spirits standing before me. Each and every one of them wears a somber expression. Haku was chosen. People began to clamor as I speak those words. They then clear a path, revealing a mother and her child.
Yuma-san, 今年の先達人はあなたなのですね。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Although her lips curved into a smile, her eyes seem empty. I can't even see the color of her irises as reflected by the light. Haku, I can't believe you were the one chosen.
ユマさん、これは神様に選ばれた名誉あることです。ですから、そんな悲しそうな声を出さないでください。
Does your daughter feel the same? Or was she forced to? Ren holds onto her mother's hand as she stares at the ground in solemn silence.
どうしたの、レンちゃん。元気がありませんね。
Kana eyes her worryingly.
それではそろそろ参りましょうか。時間もあまりなさそうです。
After Haku finishes speaking, Ren pulls a lone feather from her pouch and hands it to me. The piss feather. Okay, let's go. I take the piss feather. Unlike the snow white feathers which fall from the sky, this feather sparkles and glimmers like gold. It gives off a strong, radiant smell. I need to stop. Strong, radiant sheen. You'd almost think it fell from the sun itself.
急ぎましょう。時間がありません。どうやら神様はせっかちな方みたいですから。
Listen, okay, it sets itself up. Right. I only need to change like one word in the sentences and it still fit. I stow the golden feather into a lantern, which I pull from my bag. We're all praying for your safe travels. The spirit in the old man mask bids us farewell on our journey. Do not worry, Haku. We'll all take good care of Ren for you.
ありがとうございます。町のためにも皆さんのためにも必ずやお務めを果たしてみせます。
Silence befalls. One of the spirits gathered ceased talking all at once. A heavy, somber mood hangs over the air. Alright. Shall we go, Haku? I can't allow myself to give in to my personal emotions and reservations. This is my job, and I must do it. Without further ado, I push open the dimensional gate. A loud creaking sound is produced as I do so.
それでは皆さん、どうかお元気で、あちら側から神様と一緒にこの町の幸せを祈っています。
We've left the town. Ahead of us lies a single, small dirt path, which runs in a straight line as far as the eye can see. The moon, with its crimson glow, coats the night sky in a deep shade of red. From within the thick groves of trees on either side of us, we hear the faint hoots of owls and the incessant chirping of insects.
覚悟はしていましたが、別れとはやはり嬉しいものではありませんね。
Yeah. I hoist up the rucksack on my back. Stealing my mind, I prepare for the long journey ahead of us. Alright. Follow after me and watch your footing, everyone. I held up the bright lantern to illuminate the pitch dark path ahead and begin to lead the way. The colored light of the moon hangs in the night sky, appears so eerie and ominous. Because it's red. Yeah, I wonder why. Apart from it, the sky is barren. Not a single star dots the black canvas. Okay, well that's a lie. Oh. Suddenly, Kanahu walks beside me, raises her voice timidly.
ユマさん、そろそろ教えてもらってもいいですか？
ん？
御霊送り、これは一体どういった儀式なのでしょうか？
This is the ritual where, you die.
先ほど集まっていた町の方たちは、皆さん沈んだ顔をなさっていました。
I don't know, maybe? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
何かあまり歓迎されているような雰囲気ではないように思えました。
Yeah, you're right about that.
私はユーマさん、私は一体何をお手伝いすればいいんでしょうか？異界のお仕事を手伝ってほしいと、ただそれだけを言われてついてきましたけど。だけど私はまだ何も詳しいことを教えてもらっていないので、だから何がどうなっているのか全然理解もできなくて。
Well, I mean, you are in the dark. Never mind. Sorry, you're exactly right. That's my fault. But unfortunately, we don't have much time, so I can't give you a more detailed explanation of things. So while we walk to the next world, I'll try to give a brief summary of the ritual. That's what I was planning to do.
次の世界。
I know it was a little while back, but do you remember when you accompanied me and Suzu on a job in a parallel world?
はい、もちろん覚えています。
The work we do as liberators on the other side, as I call it, meaning the work which is chiefly carried out in parallel worlds. Feathers of God which rode the wind that blew from the beyond. And the girl whisked away by them, the girl whose name we never knew. All she wanted was to save the world that her mother and father lived in. She resigned herself to her fate and then disappeared without a trace. We weren't ultimately able to save her.
あのお仕事と今回の儀式というのは何か直接的なつながりがあるんですか？
Correct. If you think of what our objective was at that time, the rite of departure, simply put, can be thought of as the opposite scenario.
逆？
Death. Yeah. After telling her that, though, I'm suddenly finding myself tongue-tied. I wanted to explain it to her, but I'm not sure how. How do I make this succinct? The ultimate goal of the ritual is simple enough to understand, yet I'm not sure how to explain the in-between details in a way that's concise and accurate, but at the same time not needlessly complicated.
ユーマさん？
Oh, sorry. See, it's a bit hard to give you a proper explanation since we're pressed on time.
カナさん、これは伝統行事のようなものです。
Eventually, Haku takes over as I still struggle to find the right words.
ユーマさんたちが異界と呼んでいる世界では、商人の町では年に一度必ず行われる祭りのようなものなのですよ。
A sacred tradition. A religious festival, as you called it. No regular festival, not but a religious one. That was a weird sentence. I would not a regular festival would have probably been better, but okay. I just can't bring myself to think of it as some sort of celebration.
お二人の世界でも夏になればお盆や百物語をされますよね。これもそれとあまり変わったものではないんです。ただお盆や百物語が何かを迎えたり呼んだりするものであるのに対して、御霊送りはそれとは全くの逆で、何かをあちら側へ送るということになっているのですが。
We kill them. Don't try to sugarcoat it, Haku. You're gonna die.
私たちはお盆はやりますけど、百物語は誰もがやるものではありませんよ。そうなのですか？人というものは誰もが進んで怪しげなことをするものだと思っていましたが、すみません。これは人の見方を改めないといけませんね。それは人それぞれだと思いますけど。
It depends on the person and the culture.
そうなのですか。ともかくこの習慣がいつできたのか、確実なそれを知るのはあの町で暮らす者たちの中には誰一人としていないのです。なのであまり細部にわたっての説明をさせていただくことができないのが残念なのですが、それだけ長い間続いてきたものであるということだけは確かなようです。ですがこの習慣には古くから言い伝えられてきた規則と はっきりとした特徴があります。
規則と特徴？
毎年この時期になると、神様に選ばれたたった一人が必ずあちら側へ呼ばれることになっています。それは私たちの町に限らず、その他たくさんの世界で続いている現象です。そういった各世界では、異常だとか混乱だとか、そう呼ばれ起依されている場合が多いと聞きます。その現象を私たちの世界では御霊送りと呼んでいますが、その呼び名も認識も取り扱い方も各世界で異なるということなんです。神様から選ばれた事実を受け入れられずに逃げ出そうとする者たち、そもそもくだらない思い込みだと放っておく者たち、そして私たちのように自ら進んで命を捧げようと考える者たち。
命を？
Oh, so now she gets it. I've been trying to tell you, Kana. They're just sugarcoating. It's just a sacrifice.
その対応にもいろいろとあるのです。その世界その世界で特別に進化した規則や風習などといったものが。
そのあちら側というのは、それはどこですか？
I don't know, the fucking library or whatever. Heaven.
ユマさんのお仕事のあちら側とは、この場合は異なるのでしょうか？
そうですね。私たちの捉えるあちら側とは、あえて言うならあの世とか天国とか、もしかしたら地獄かもしれませんね。とにかくそういった死後の世界のことです。そのために神様はまず約束の場所へ無事にたどり着くことが選ばれた者の使命であり、この儀式の目的です。
Yeah, you know, in other cultures, humans were sacrificed to have a bountiful harvest, but you know.
ユマさん。ハクさんが言うのは、以前に説明してもらった最果ての古書店と同じものだと考えていいんでしょうか？
Yes. I think it is, in this case. But this time, we're not liberating her from the library. We're delivering her to it. We have to escort her to the designated location, where she'll then offer forth her life to the beyond. The promised land she referred to was simply another name for the designated location.
命を差し出すって、どうしてそんな。
Those are the town's customs that they've decided upon. Haku acknowledges that as well. Yeah, but why? That's what she's asking. As outsiders, we have no room to voice objections. We're simply to abide by it dutifully.
だから逆なんですか？以前のあの子は犠牲として選ばれたけれど、その束縛から自由になりたいと逃げ出しました。最終的には諦めてしまいましたけど、それでもあの子は逃げようとして、そしてユマさんはそのお手伝いをして。
Yeah, but Haku doesn't. As much as she wants to.
でも今回のハクさんはあくま までも逃げ出そうというのではなくて、選ばれたことを受け入れて進んで最果て神様の場所へ行こうというんですか？
Yeah, there isn't even a reason why she's sacrificing herself. Yes, that's right. We're going to help her because God decided to target her, or should I say, decided to choose her. Anyhow, our job this time around is to escort Haku safely to the place that God has lovingly beckoned her to.
私たちが住んでいる世界以外ではどうしてだか神様がそこに住まう命を乱獲し始めていると伝え聞いています。それが異常あるいは混乱と呼ばれているゆえんです。神様が何かを起こっているのか、それとも病気になってしまったのか、とにかく年に一度たった一人だけを連れ去るはずのこの自然現象がどうしてだか混乱してしまっているのだと。そして私たちの世界も他と変わらずこの現象は特別なものではありませんでした。冬に雪が降るように、真夏に雲が空高く伸びていくように。ですが今のところは、あくまでも今のところは、私たちの町では年に一度一人だけを連れ去るといった形を守ってもらっているんです。
But she goes on to say, with a rueful smile, long ago it used to be that God would only take one person every dozen or so years.
ずっと昔は連れ去られる人はごく稀で、それでも気がつけばどうしてだか年に一人ずつに増えていったということですか？
You know, what if you just didn't kill someone because God told you to? Haku nods.
それこそがもしかしたら私たちの世界における異常あるいは混乱だったのかもしれませんけれど、ただ他の世界よりも幾分か軽症であったというだけのことで。
You know, maybe we should learn from Abraham, right? God told him to sacrifice his son, and instead of doing that, an angel told him to sacrifice the goat instead, and it worked, right? So, how about instead of killing a fox, we kill Kana? Wait, I mean...
ともかく年に一人を連れて行かれる。いつその均衡が崩れてしまうかは定かではありませんが、今のところはそうなんです。そして送りが行われるその夜、選ばれた者の夢の中に神様が現れて、目を覚ますと枕元には金色に光る羽が置かれているんです。それが神様に選ばれた者の証明です。昨年は町の長が選ばれて、そして今年はそれが私に起こりました。神様が私を選んでくれたと、そういうことになります。
Yeah, but who is this God, and why is he choosing a mum to a mum to a young child?
神様に選ばれた？
I guess he likes fox girls. After that, the chosen one's soul then leaves their body gradually over the period of the following day.
魂が抜ける。
So it isn't even a fast death. Yes, their soul itself leaves them. It wasn't the same with that girl from before, remember? It was the same with that girl from before, remember? She couldn't see, couldn't hear, couldn't even walk, unless we pulled her along by the hand. The same is probably happening to Haku as we speak. Her vision will blur.
そうですね。聴力も人並みに落ちてしまいました。今はレンにこうして支えてもらわないと歩くことさえままならず困難なのです。それが長年変わることのない儀式の特徴なんです。
Okay, so what you're telling me is that you're forced to be a sacrifice, right? Of course. How benevolent. The rite of departure, God, the extracting of the soul. Every time I hear it, it always sounds so dubious and superstitious. Although it's undeniably true. Once the golden feather appears, following your dream, the soul begins to process it, the process of parting from the body. You know, what if we just evacuated Haku? You know? Take her back to the dorm or whatever. That alone I have to accept as fact.
そして数々設定されている規則を破ると、私は神様の待つあちら側へ行くことができなくなります。町のために、この子のために、それだけはどうしても避けなくてはなりません。
それはどんな規則なのですか？町のため。どうしてそんなにもあちら側へ行かなくてはいけないんですか？その理由は何なんですか？無視してしまってはいけないんですか？逃げ出してしまってはいけないんですか？
See, Kana's asking the same questions. Why can't we just take Haku back to our world instead of keeping her here? Because we already know if she stays here, her soul will depart regardless of where she is. But like, what happens if she's in a different world?
選ばれた私がそんなことをしてしまうと、神様にあの町が、レンがこれから暮らしていく、そして優しい者たちで溢れているあの町が神様に嫌われてしまい、
Of course.
そうしてあの町は跡形もなく消されてしまうでしょう。近いうちに必ず。
そんな。
そして規則ですが、この体から私の魂が抜けきる前に、こうして一番大切な誰かに手を引いてもらい、神様の待つ約束の場所まで送ってもらうことです。
You know, in a JRPG, at the end of the game, we'd be fighting off God, right? But this is a fucking visual novel. The only visual novels where you fight off God at the end of the game is like Evanical. I mean, I've never played it, so I don't know. Ars Magna, though. I see. I've played The Alchemist of Ars Magna. I know you fight God at the end of that. You fight God throughout the entire game, but regardless.
神様の意志から逃げ出さず、受け入れて、自らの足でそこへ向かうと決めた者には、そういう形式が義務付けられるんです。あくまでも私たちの世界の風習では。
A visual novel according to VNDB. I know you can count Final Fantasy games like a JRPG, but I mean a visual novel, but never mind. Ren maintains silence as she leads her mother by the hand.
目的の場所に着くまでの間、私の手を引く者はただの一度も口を聞いてはいけませんし、私と目を合わせてもいけません。それが私たちの町の規則です。
Right, yeah, of course, because make it harder for fucking Ren. Ren continues walking, her eyes stuck to the ground in front of her. and it's our job to support you so that you make it to that location without fail. Traversing through parallel worlds is fraught with more dangers than you'd expect. You must escort the required members of the ritual and ensure their safety through the travel. That is our job. Shigure initially began doing this out of the kindness of his heart. However, as he continued doing so, it eventually became a yearly requirement. So this isn't related to our work as liberators. It's something that Shigure himself decided to do. And under normal circumstances, he would be the one doing this alongside us. Well, alongside Yuma. Kana wouldn't be here.
管理人さんが
Yeah, that's why I was so worried about doing this without him. But I promised him I would take on all of his managerial duties. And there's no way, there's no one other than me who can do this. That's why I'm just gonna have to do it, even though this will be my first time going about it alone. That's also why I asked you to come along with me. I'll need your assistance if anything goes awry along the way. I want Kana to realize clients, those from parallel worlds who make job requests to us liberators, they are the ones who are targeted by God, namely the great library of the beyond. But who wants to escape from the irrational shackles that it imposes on them? And it kind of makes sense. Not really. It's confusing, alright? What I want Kana to remember is what we told her, that there are some who, even though targeted, won't fight against their fate and willingly allow themselves to be whisked away to the beyond. They offer their lives obediently to protect the world they live in from harm. Haku is one of those people. And that is what I meant when I said that she was the opposite. She doesn't see resistance as an option, nor will she fight to make it one. Yeah, but she can't. Okay, the next door should be appearing fairly soon. Not a second after I speak, Ren trips over a large tree root that's jutting out of the ground.
大変です。大丈夫ですか?
Stop, Kana. You mustn't touch her. I warn her just as she's about to rush to Ren's aid.
どうして止めるんですか? これもサポートのうちではないんですか?
No, because God will smite us or whatever. Fuck him. Oh, we're only permitted to search for the dimensional gate and to deliver the chosen one there safely. That's the scope of our job. Ren was the one who was chosen to lead Haku, but the rules dictate that she is the one who has to lead Haku. Yes, okay, it is. The chosen one to the God's promised land. Hence why it would be a violation of the rules if we, as non-involved members, were to step in and help.
規則違反って何なんですかそれは。どこかで誰かが私たちを監視しているとでも言うんですか?
Literally, yes. Ren's eyes are filled to the brim with tears, but she desperately tries to hold her emotions back and retakes her mother's hand. Blood quickly begins to well on her grazed kneecap. Haku says nothing, merely holding onto Ren's palm as tight as she can.
教えてください。誰でもいいので教 私たちがその規則、ルールを破ってしまったらどうなってしまうのですか？
私があちら側へ行けなくなって神様の怒りに触れて、私たちの町は神様が消してしまうでしょう。
何なんですかこれは。理不尽にも程がありますよ。
仕方ありません。そういう決まりなんです。そういう儀式であり祭りなのです。神様に魂を捧げる代わりに、私たちの町に1年間の大安を約束していただくんです。
So it is for a bountiful harvest.
そんな、それじゃこんなのはまるで。
I spot the next gate. Speak up, intentionally interrupting Kana. I then hold up the lantern to illuminate the darkened path.
次の扉。
Right. The gate which connects to the next world. We'll have to traverse through several worlds in order to reach the place where God awaits. The shining feather sent by God guides the chosen soul to the dimensional gates. I have it in the lantern, and it begins to flicker, indicating that the next gate is near.
あの扉の向こうにはどんな世界があるんですか？
We don't know. Each time the rite of departure is performed, the arrangement of worlds needing to be traversed through changes. That's why we'll just have to take each world as it comes until we reach the promised land. Those worlds might be incredibly treacherous locations and worse. We have no way of knowing what sort of danger awaits beforehand, so whatever you do, don't stray away from us.
はい、わかりました。
She nods. With that as my cue, I push open the gate. A shrill creaking noise is produced in the process. I sure hope we'll be able to complete the journey safely this year. Okay, well, you just raised the death flag. Springtime. What is this place? MS Paint World. You're standing on a small hill covered on every inch with verdure. I don't know how it's pronounced. Vegetation of a luscious green color spreads out in every direction as far as the eye can see. It's a world populated by the beautiful abundance of nature, as the pleasant, mild sunlight streams down incessantly.
とても気持ちのいい日差しですね。
Kana narrows her eyes as the gentle breeze strokes her cheeks.
なんだか私。すみません。私、ちょっと眠くなってきたかもしれません。
Uh-oh. She stifles a yawn.
こんなあったかな場所に住めたら幸せだなって思います。
Yeah, I fully agree. It'd be a paradise. For a while, we simply stand there in silent awe.
すみません。次へ向かわないのでしょうか。
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. let's get back on track. A quick reminder from Haku pulls me out of my reverie. Time to find the next gate. I hold the lantern aloft. The feather's glow is pretty dim. They begin to walk off aimlessly.
おい、ユーマ。
I probably feel a light tug on my sleeve. What's up?
いや、ちょっと待て。これってまずいんじゃないか？
She looks up at the sky, a stiff expression on her face. What's bad? Is there something in the sky? I follow her gaze upward.
危ない！
Then cries out to me. Huh?
上だ！
Above. I look straight up. What? I'm dumbstruck. What is that? Up there, high in the sky. Oh!
巨人さん。
I was expecting like a dragon or something, not a fucking angel from Evangelion. There's a colossal figure standing there emitting no sound whatsoever. Its body easily towers hundreds of meters tall. What the hell is that? Where did it come from? It then lifts a foot and takes a step forward.
ユーマさん、これってまさか、このままじゃ私たち。
I told you, Yuma, you shouldn't have raised any death flags. Crushed. The giant's foot slams down mere inches from where we stand. We appear to be right in its path. Everybody run.
でも、
Huh?
一体どこへ？
Good question. The bond of the giant's foot is near the size of a whole schoolyard. We have to get out of here and fast. But there's just no way we'll make it in time. The giant's foot falls down upon where we stand. I close my eyes. Huh? I brace for the crushing impact, which doesn't come. I open my eyes very, very slowly. What happened? I look up and see the giant silently strolling away in the near distance, almost as though nothing had just happened. Its body appeared somewhat transparent. Is everyone safe?
はい、なんともありません。死ぬかと思いましたけど。
Ren offers a simple head nod, her face ghastly pale.
問題ありません。何かあったんでしょうか？
I don't know, it's intangible or something. She cocks her head to the side with a blank stare. She seems utterly confused at how we're still alive. Weird. I swear that giant's foot was just about to crush us. I gaze at the giant's backside as it slowly ambles away. Was I seeing things or what?
いや、あれはおそらく私と同じような作りをしているんじゃないかって思うよ。
Except that everyone can see it. Physical constitution. You mean a ghost? That thing's like you.
そう、実体のない霊体のようなものといった具合のね。
Huh? That could be it. Maybe that's also why the ground doesn't shake from such a colossal being moving about. Yeah, but the real question is, how is it moving about?
それにここを見てみろユーマ。あいつが踏んで通っていった場所を春が来ている。
Because, like, think about it. If it's like Shinku, it's not. It can't walk because the ground wouldn't be able. It wouldn't be able to touch the ground. So, like, explain game. Say what? Well, apparently the ground is an exception to the rule. I look down at the area of the ground where Shinku's finger is denoting. Flowers bloom on every blade of the virtuous grass. Just say green. Oh, that's what you meant. Spring.
ユーマさん、見てください。あの大きな人が通ると、そこに生えている木や草に綺麗な花が咲いていきます。
I look in the direction that Khan is pointing. The giant truly did leave spring equally in its wake wherever it treaded.
そうか。
Huh?
春には桜前線というものがあるだろ。あれはそういったものを運んでいるのかもしれないな。
Oh, I touched my mic. Wow. That thing really scared me silly. I exhale a deep sigh. I was fully prepared to die by the foot of that unidentified giant being. Yeah, imagine that's how Kana's rat ends. No hate scenes, just death. Phew. Hey, what the heck? This is kind of bonkers. Ha 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 ha. Stop laughing. No, wait. This isn't just kind of bonkers. Nah, I'm good. This is hilarious.
おい、ユーマ、どうした？急に笑い出したりなんかして。大丈夫か？どこか悪いのか？
I don't know, Shinku. I don't know why, but for some reason this whole situation is just so freaking hilarious. It's downright absurd. I laugh. I roll on the floor with laughter. Bro, you'd think I'd eaten one of those mushrooms that puts you in a state of euphoria. That's a TV show. I'm not... That's too many. I'm not doing that. Oh god, I'm seriously gonna die of laughter. What the heck? Listen, I think this is an effect of the giant, alright? If its foot can make flowers bloom, like what effect would it have on the human body? Pollen. Hay fever. I look up and see both Haku and Ren wearing big goofy grins on their faces. And then everyone fucking dies because Ren spoke. Ren not being allowed to speak is trying for her dear life to keep her mouth shut.
そうか。
Am I right, Shinku? Shinku?
いや、もしかしたら木々や草花に春を連れてくるように、あの巨人はもしかしたら人間の心にも春を置いていくのかもしれないなと思ってさ。
I told you. That giant made everyone gave everyone laughing gas. Shinku, not affected by it at all, nods inquisitively.
さながら花咲じいさんの進化版といったところなのかな。いや、それはそれで微妙な例えか。ともかく結構じゃないか。大いに笑えばいいさ。笑う角には何とやらって言うし、 それほど害があるようには思えない。
Stop, Shiku. You're cracking me up. Someone help. Could spell bad things. Very, very bad things. Yeah, you're right. This laughter feels nothing like genuine laughter from something funny. It's like the kind of uncomfortable fit of laughter that happens from someone tickling you non-stop. It's like a punishment of sorts. My body's at its limit. I swear my sides are about to split in two from all this laughter. As for how Ren is holding up, she's struggling the most. She's doing a try not to laugh challenge, but if you laugh, you die. If you laugh, your whole town gets obliterated. She's still struggling, trembling to keep her mouth shut. This could be bad. If that mouth opens, she breaks the rules of the ritual. That's the worst case scenario for us at the moment.
なるほど。これは確かにちょっとまずいな。
Damn it. We gotta find the next gate quickly.
ユーマさん。
I was waiting for Kana to show up again. Why is she... I'm not gonna question it. Huh?
何やらお取り込み中なところ申し訳ないんですが。
Kana? For some odd reason, she seems unaffected by the spring. I don't know why, but her cheeks are red and she's fidgeting. Yeah, this is why I'm not questioning it, okay?
私なんだか変な気分になってきました。
She steals a few flitting glances at me. You feel weird? But you're not laughing like the rest of us.
はい大丈夫です。私はそういうことよりも。
This is an error guy after all. Okay, what is your problem, Kana? Her look is incredibly suggestive, but as to what it's suggesting, I haven't the foggiest idea.
発情期だな。
Okay, there it is. She's in what now?
うん。そういう春もあるってことさ。多分ね。
Is she a fucking cat? Why is she? What do you mean? Ha 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 ha. What the heck was that, Shinku? I'm laughing my ass off.
ユーマさん。
You're kidding, right? This could be really. This could get really, really bad really quick. I have to put a stop to this now. I frantically scanned the area for anything that even remotely resembles the dimensional gate. I lift the lantern as high as my arms allow and point it in every direction. I gotta find it quick. I'm sure we'll all calm down and regain our sanity once we're out of this world. As I spare a sidelong glance in the giant's direction to make sure it's truly gone. Then, as I'm facing the south-southwest direction, that's it. Bright beam of light jets out from the lantern. Must be over there. Light identifies a wide grove and one of the massive tree trunks nearby.
ユーマさん、教えてください。私はどうしたらいいですか？
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And by that, Yuma, I mean Yuma. Because, you know, he's asexual or whatever. Nothing. You don't have to do anything. I swallowed down a huge bout of laughter that threatens to escape from my throat. Let's get the hell out of here before we laugh ourselves to death. And Kana calms herself to never mind. With that, we all sprinted toward the exit from this world of spring. Fortunately, we managed to reach it right before Ren was about to burst into laughter. Her nerves of steel were truly commendable. Is that a good thing? I guess, in this situation, but as a child, I don't...
少し休憩しませんか、ユマさん。ハクさんがちょっと辛そうです。
As a kid, I feel like she's been forced to mature fast, rather a bit too quickly. Oh, sure, we can do that. We decide to take a quick break before continuing on the straight pathway toward the next world. Our surroundings are dark and deathly quiet, as we're well used to by now. Even the moon has taken its leave from the night sky. The lantern, however, provides a reliable source of light, tearing a hole through the thick layer of black. Outside the path, on both right and left, are rows of cherry blossom trees in full bloom, whose brightly coloured leaves glow faintly amid the darkness. After letting the lantern's light guide us for a while, we settled down on a carpet of fallen cherry blossoms. Well... Oh.
そういえば、寮を出てからもうだいぶ経ちましたね。
You know, I was hoping... I was wondering what CG use for this episode. I don't need to wonder anymore. Probably. We've been walking for quite some time.
今頃、皆さんは帰ってこない私たちのこと、心配しているでしょうか？
That's a good question. I don't know. It's distinctly possible that they haven't even realized that we're gone. I fetch an old golden pocket watch from my rucksack.
それは？
Yeah. So this is the watch that Shigure used last year. It helps you keep track of the time difference between worlds. It's a unique pocket watch with one large face and another smaller face inside of that one. The smaller clock, see, it's set to the current time in our world, and the larger clock will automatically set itself to the time of whatever world we're currently in.
それは便利なんですね。それにとても不思議です。それでは、私たちの世界の時間は今どれくらいですか？
12 p.m. Right, let's see. Well, it certainly feels like we've been gone for ages. But it looks as though it's a mere 15 minutes have passed in our world since we left. Oh, that's how big the time difference is.
15分？
Actually,
もう半日くらいは経ったように感じていたのに、不思議ですね。
I shouldn't be surprised considering that the last time Yuma came here, he was here for 3 days, and in their world, not even 24 hours passed. You remember that incident of with the fiend, don't you? We spent 3 days and 3 nights walking to our destination, you see? I literally just pointed that out. Yet, when we returned back to our world, only half of a day had passed. Yeah, I already said that, Yuma. You didn't need to repeat my words, alright? Stop copying me.
そうですね。これはあまり異世界をうろうろしていたら、周りよりも自分だけ早く年を取ってしまいそうで怖いですね。
I mean, no, not really. I think it may... yeah, no. I guess. Yeah, that could happen. Growing up, a rueful smile, I shut the pocket watch and returned it to my rucksack. I mean, he certainly was 3 days older when he returned from the merchant town last time, even though only 12 hours passed. At this rate, though, Yeah, I reckon we should be able to make it home before dawn at the earliest. I look up at the beautiful cherry blossoms, lamenting how awful my body is most likely going to feel come tomorrow. The breeze blows past. Cherry blossoms produce a soft, dreamlike rustling sound as they flutter in the wind. A sweet scent then fills my nostrils and seems to gently rejuvenate my body and mind, grown weary after all that walking.
少し質問をしてもいいですか？
Sure. What is it?
ハクさんはさっき言いましたよね。規則を破ると街が、ハクさんが住んでいた世界が消えると、そうおっしゃっていましたよね。
はい、確かにそう言いました。そう説明をさせていただきました。
それについていろいろと考えてみたんですが。
はい。
それは本当なんですか？
え？
誰かの命を犠牲にしないことには、神様の世界に捧げないことには、その世界そのものが消えてしまうなんていう理不尽が、そういったものがどこかで誰かがその目で実際に見て確かめ立証した、何があっても揺るぐことのない決定的な事実なのだと、そう言えるんですか？
それはどういうことですか？
Khan is pointing out that what if it's bullshit?
私は以前にユーマさんのお仕事を見させていただいたことがあります。逃がし屋さんのお仕事です。私はハクさんのように最果ての古書店、神様の世界に、次は君の番だからと指名された女の子が目の前で実際に連れ去られていってしまうのをこの目で見ました。だけど誰かが犠牲にならなければ世界は消されるというその規則、それは本当に。
Essentially, what Khan is saying is it what is it true? Is there an instance of someone resisting God and suffering his wrath?
本当に揺るぎない事実なんですか？誰かを犠牲にしてまで避けなくてはならないものなんでしょうか？実際にハクさんやユーマさんが言うような破壊的な最悪がどうしようもなく降り注いでしまうようなものなんですか？
それは事実です。あくまでも私たちにとっては。
So so the town's been destroyed before?
ハクさんにとっては？
そういう風にして言い伝えられてきたんです。私たちはずっと古くから。
おかしいですよ、そんなのは。
Bro, like, listen, alright? Say what you want about Kana before this, but how could you hate her after this? Bro, she is girl bossing all over this town. She is girl bossing all over God.
おかしい？
だってそれが事実として言い伝えられてきたというのなら、その世界が消えるという最悪を実際にその身で経験したことのある誰かがいたと、そういうことですよね。
I'm glad at least someone's pointing out the bullshit.
それならその誰かはどうやって次の誰かに世界が消えるという事実を伝えることができたんでしょうか？世界が消えてなくなるのなら、 そういった神様の怒りに実際に触れたというのなら、
Yeah, if Noah was really the only living person after God flood the earth, then that means we're all related to Noah, and everyone is in an incestuous. Everyone, who's a couple, is actually fucking their sibling. Never mind.
その人は次の誰かにその事実を伝えることはできませんよね。世界が消えてしまうなら、その世界の中に囲われて生きているその人も消えてしまうと、そう考えるのが普通とまでは言いませんが、不自然ではないのではないかと私は考えます。
それは。
Yeah, how are you gonna come? What's your explanation for that, right? Huh? Kind of brought up a big, a really valid point. If it's happened before, then how are you alive?
まだ一度も罰則を経験したことのない私たちが一度経験すれば全てが無に帰すようなその罰則の内容を語り恐れるのはおかしいと、そういうことですか？
Listen, it's as simple as this. Okay, say that someone in the past rebelled against God, right? And then, as Haku said, if you rebel against God, the whole world gets destroyed essentially. So like, if the whole world got destroyed after the first guy rebelled against God, to teach others not to do that, how is the story passed down essentially? If no one was alive to pass it down.
そうです。おかしいですよ。ですから私は思うんです。部外者な私が生意気を言うようですけれど、それでも思ったんです。
Listen, Kana is just the atheist in a room of devout Christians who believe everything in the Bible, who believe all of the stories in the Bible that are true.
もしかしたら神様の意志に背くと世界が消えるというのは思い込みなんじゃないかって。
So while everyone else in this room hates the gays because of God, Kana, I can't turn that into a joke. Never mind. Oops.
繰り返しますが、私は目の前で女の子が連れ去られていくところを見ました。だから神様の世界が誰かの命を連れ去っていくというその現象そのものを否定したりしているわけではないんです。だから神様の世界が求めるものを差し出さなければ、確かにその世界には何かしらのことは起こるかもしれません。例えば地震とか嵐が起こるとか。でも逆に言えばそれくらいのことしか起こらないかもしれないっていう可能性もあるんじゃないかって私は思うんです。世界が消されてしまうだなんて、そんなどうしようもないペナルティを与えられたりなんてことはないのではないかと。
そのような罰則を経験した者がいたとして、その者たちは跡形もなく消えてしまう。
Correct.
そうして消えてしまった者たちは罰則の内容を吹聴することができない。それなのにこうして事実然として流布されている罰則内容は
Correct.
嘘偽りである。
Just like the Aztecs.
そうかもしれません。
But because Kana's the only person pointing out the inconsistency. It's not like she can outright say that your beliefs are wrong.
それにユーマさんのお師匠さんの夏目さんがおっしゃっていました。神様の場所は人間のことが、この世に生きている命のことが大好きなんだって。だからそんな意地悪なことはしないって私にはそう思えて。だから世界が消えてしまうだなんて、そんな極端に理不尽なことなんて起こりようがないんじゃないのかと。
理不尽は極端だからこそ理不尽なのではないですか？
You didn't... Bro, this is why it's so hard to argue with someone who believes everything in the Bible.
カナさんのおっしゃられること、私は否定はしませんし、私にはそうできるだけの根拠も要因もありません。ただ先ほども言いましたように、本来は命あるものが大好きだったのかもしれない神様も、今はその逆になってしまったんです。
Yeah, but how do you know that? The only source you have is a story from however far back of someone rebelling against God, and somehow the world, and somehow someone survived to be able to tell the story through generations of what happens if you rebel against God.
混乱です。暴走です。原因不明の病気です。理不尽に命を乱獲し始めているんです。それはもしかしたら神様が不在なのかもしれません。カナさんの言うその神様の世界に、だからたくさんの世界にたくさんの異常と混乱が起きているのかもしれません。
Yeah, we're not gonna find out about that until after Shinku's route. Maybe it would make sense for Shinku's route to give us the revelation that God never existed in the first place.
ともかくこれが現状です。今混乱のただ中にある神様、カナさんの言葉を借りて神様の世界としましょう。その場所が異常をきたしている。それはどんなに不平不満を口にしようと変わることのない事実。そして私はそれに選ばれた。混乱した神様の意志に。ただそれだけのことなんです。
それだけって。
これはむしろ光栄なことだと思わなければいけないのかもしれません。
Yes, consider it an honor that you're forced to kill yourself, essentially die in front of your daughter, who is barely an adult, who is not even an adult, barely a teenager.
光栄なこと。
自分の命で私は私の世界を守ることができるのですから。
だからハクさんはこんな一方的な理不尽からも逃げ出そうとは決して思わないと、そういうことなんですか？
Bro, Kana's literally the only rational person in this world, I guess.
そうですね。
Haku closes her eyelids and continues.
それなら私からも問わせてください、カナさん。
はい。
もしも私が今ここでユーマさんに どこか遠くへ逃がしてくださいとそう願い、それが叶ったとしましょう。そして私は助かったとします。レンと一緒にこれから先を生きていくことができるとします。でも本当にそれで大丈夫なんですか？
Yes.
古くから私たちの町に、私たちの世界に言い伝えられている通り、レンの暮らすあの世界が破片も残さず消えてしまったらどうするんですか？
Okay. How were your ancestors? Okay. You. Oh my god, this is pissing me off. It's the same as fucking arguing with a conspiracy theorist. Slash religious figure. Yeah, sure. What if, you know, let's keep talking about what ifs. What if I just kill her right now instead of going to the promised land, quote unquote, and potentially risking everyone else's life who's following us? Yeah, what if?
それは
確かに規則を破って世界が崩壊するその瞬間を体験した者がいるわけではない。
The problem is that Yuma's done this so many times. He's just accepted the fact that this is the status quo, and this is how it's going to be forever. And so Kana, being the only rational person in the fucking room, has to defend herself from the person who's going to die. Bro, like, the one person who should not want this is accepting it. Just accepts the fact that she has to sacrifice herself for a fucking bountiful harvest.
カナさんの言う通り、それすなわち死である罰則を体験し、それを回避すべき事実として語り継ぐ証人は誰一人として存在しません。
And prevent the potential that the world is going to end. It's not even a fact that the world is going to end if she does not sacrifice herself. It is a what if scenario that Kana has already pointed out. How do you know that this is gonna how do you know this happens if the ancestors who have experienced what happens if you rebel against God didn't die when they did it? Because you already said that the world ends if you do.
だから私を含めて誰一人としてそういった確証的なお話を聞いて育った者がいるわけでもありません。
So then where are you now, if not the world that was supposedly destroyed?
でもそういった風説が実際にどうしようもなく正しいものだったとしたら。
They've gotten complacent, that's the problem. They aren't even attempting to rebel against God because of the fear of what happens if they decide to. If the world really were to be annihilated with no hope of salvation.
その時私はどのようにして犠牲になる大勢の者たちにお詫びをすればいいのでしょうか。死にたくない、消えたくない、もっともっと生きていたい。
Then why aren't you trying to?
そんな私一人のわがままのために犠牲となり消えていってしまった大勢の者たちにどのような顔をして謝罪すればいいのでしょうか。カナさんのおっしゃる通り、もしかしたら世界は私が命を捧げなくとも明日も明後日もそのまた次の日も平素として続いていくかもしれません。私だってそれを一度も考えなかったかといえばそんなのは嘘です。 未だにもって私はずっと考えています。私が
それならどうして。
I fucking skipped it.
未だにもって私はずっと考えて
I
いま
fat
す。
fingered it, alright?
私が捧げるこの命が無駄となることは本当にないのだろうかと。
それならどうして。
でも何も起きないかもしれないだなんて、そんな危うく脆い不確かな可能性にこの子の未来を託したくはないんです。レンにはまだまだこの先の人生が長い時間があるんです。私はそれを守りたい。不確かにではなく確実に。そこだけはどうか分かってほしいんです。
Yes, by forcing Ren to live in a world without a mother. Haku grips Ren's hand tightly.
それに少なくとも私たちはこうすることが正しいのだと信じています。
でもだからって。
Kana hangs her head in frustration, folding her hands into fists as they rest on her lap.
それでもこんなのって変ですよ。
変？
だってそうじゃないですか。こんなのはまるで人柱と同じです。
Correct. I've been saying this the entire time.
それなのにこんな聞けば聞くほど何の確実性のかけらもない、ただの言い伝えで、ただの因習で、白さんはこんなにも小さくて泣き虫な子を一人ぼっちにしてしまうんですか。
Okay. It's essentially, what's the point, right? Every year, a person is forced to be sacrificed to this quote-unquote god that you don't even know exists for the potential, because if you don't, you might die. The world might get destroyed, but what's the point anyway? Because everyone's gonna get sacrificed at the end of the day. Who is going to be saved if you sacrifice yourself 1 year? If one of the people you've had to if you've sacrificed your if one of the people you've had to sacrifice your life for to save has to sacrifice their life as well. I've never seen Kana get so emotional before. I've never seen Kana be so rational before. Irrational. That's not. Listen, I'm on her side, alright? I didn't mean to say irrational. I considered whether or not I should be stopping her. No. If you did, I would stop defending you. Everything, if you decided to stop Kana, if you decide to stop Kana, everything that happens to after you do that, it's all deserved. Everything wrong that happens is all deserved.
教えてください。白さんはあなたはどうして神様に選ばれたとか、それは光栄なことだとか、そんな平気な顔をしていられるんですか。
Eventually, tears begin to well up in Kana's eyes as her emotions flood out.
子供はみんなお母さんにそばにいてほしいだけなのに。
Yeah, the problem is Ren can't say anything because she's leading her mum to die. And if she speaks up, the world will get destroyed. And guess what? It's a lot easier to convince a child that their world will die if they do something wrong than an adult.
それだけでいいはずなのに。それなのにどうしてあなたはそんなにまでして、そんな平気な顔してレンちゃんを置いてあちら側なんてところへ行ってしまおうとするんですか。私にはわかりません。そんなのは嫌です。変です。おかしいですよ。
この子は
That's not what that's not what she said.
レンはとても強い子です。
Okay, there's the now the subtitles fit.
強い子。
はい人一倍泣き虫なのかもしれない。実は雷が苦手で怖いものが多くて一人でお留守番もできない。好き嫌いはたくさんあるし人見知りだってする。だけどそれでもとてもとても強い子なんですよ。少
So
なくとも私はそう信じていま
oh,
す。
she's still talking. So what? Yeah, so what if Ren's strong? Doesn't change the fact that you're gonna fucking die right in front of her.
だからきっとこの子は私がいなくても一人で十分強く生きていけます。
How about you have faith that your world won't get destroyed if you don't sacrifice yourself? Ren can't even say anything. Ren keeps her eyes focused downward, not uttering a peep. Because she can't. What are you talking about? You won't even turn back to look at her mother's face because she can't. You know, tradition and all. Because those are the rules set up by an unknown god. Should get going now. Gather up my things. It probably wasn't the most relaxing break in the world, but we have no more time to waste. How's your body feeling, Haku?
はい大丈夫です。問題ありません。
Alright, let's go. Start feeling exhausted again. Don't hesitate to let me know. Palpable awkwardness hangs over us as we begin our journey anew toward the new world, the next world. Hope we don't run into any complications down the road. Like, stop raising flags, all right? Stop. It never goes well. I feel the anxiety beginning to bubble in my heart, little by little.